Hello, in this video I will be doing a lace closure sewing on one of my clients. This client brought her own hair in. She had 3 bundles of Brazilian curly hair and a lace closure. This method of braiding, I chose to braid her hair straight back with a part in the middle. The reason why I chose this method of braiding is because it makes the hair lay flat and flawless. The tracks are very flat. It has no bumps, no lumps or anything in it, and it just lays very nice and neat, and you don't have any problems with it. I chose to put a part in the middle because, like I said, I usually line up. If she was getting a part on the side, then I would put her part on the side versus putting a part in the middle. But she chose to have her part in the middle, so I parted in the middle. Once her hair is done being braided up, for this particular client, I will be doing the elastic band method. And the reason why I chose to do the elastic band method on this client is because, as you can see, she has a little bit of hair loss on the front. And if I didn't use the elastic band method, I would have to use the method of sewing the lace closure to her hair, and it wouldn't lay as flat as if I used the elastic band, and it wouldn't lay all the way up to her hairline, and it wouldn't look as natural as if I used the elastic band method. This part of the video, I'm showing you how I sew the elastic onto the lace closure. Once I'm finished sewing the elastic band onto one side of the lace closure, like I'm doing right now, once that is complete, I then would cut the thread on the needle off, and I will go to the client's head and put the elastic band around her head and measure the elastic to her head around to make sure that it is fitting snug on her head. I don't want it to fit too loose, because if it's fitting too loose, it wouldn't stay in place and it will move. If I put it where it's fitting too tight, then the client will have a headache and she wouldn't be able to keep that style in her hair for a long time. So I usually measure it around her head, place it around her head, and bring the elastic band around the back of her head and back to the front of the other side of the lace closure. And I usually ask the client if it's too tight or not, just to make sure that it's not too tight for them and it's at a comfortable position. Once that is done, I cut the excess elastic off and I sew the other part of the elastic band and the lace closure together. Once I'm done sewing the entire closure, it can fit on your head as if it was a band or a stocking cap or something. It can fit over your head. So I usually put that over the client's head. I don't sew it on their head because it's no need to sew it on their head, because the elastic will keep it in place and hold it in place where it sits tight. Once that is done, then I will go and I will start sewing my lace closure down. I don't sew the elastic band down, but I do sew the lace closure down.
Not right now. Just been drinking. Jack. What are you doing? I miss you. You wanna come over? How are you, man? Are you alone?
I've been up 3 days, Adderall and Red Bull. This call is a mistake. There's something strong.
This part of the video, I'm showing you how it's ended up being kind of like a band, like I said earlier.
I feel so pathetic, but you still haven't heard it all.
Once that is done, I'm gonna cut the lace off the front. I like to cut the lace. Some people don't cut the lace off the front before they sew it on. I like to cut the lace off the front of it before I sew it on, because I like to line it up with a hairline, because sometimes when you don't cut it off and you sew it on, sometimes it tends to slide back, and I don't like it to slide back, because one thing that I hate is to see people have a lace closure and it's far back from their hairline. To me, it shouldn't be detected. So I usually like to have it where it's lined up to your hairline. So I cut the lace off and make sure it's lined up. Once it's lined up to your hairline, that's when I go back and I will sew entire perimeter of the lace closure down. I do, like I said before, I do not sew the elastic band down. I will leave the elastic band exactly like it is. The only parts that I will be sewing down is the lace closure part. That process usually take about 2 to 3 minutes. I usually go back and forth from side to side. The reason why I do go back and forth from side to side instead of going all the way around is because sometimes if you go all the way around, you can sew it where it's pulling too tight and it wouldn't be laying flat. You would have like it will be too tight, it wouldn't lay flat. So I usually go back and forth from side to side to sew it down.
Just saying you could do better. Always turned you out every time we were together. But you have the best, boy, you can't do better. Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. You can't do better.
I'm out right now. Just been drinking. Jack. What are you doing? I miss you. You wanna come over? How are you in? Are you alone?
I've been up 3 days, Adderall and Red Bull. This call is a mistake. There's something strong in this water bottle. I hear you got a new chick, a dancing little Barbie doll. I feel so pathetic, but you still haven't heard it all. That new girl that you like so bad, she's not crazy like me. I bet you like that. I said that new girl that's been in your bed, and when you're in her, I know I'm in your head.
Are you drunk right now?
I'm just saying you could do better. Always turned you out every time we were together.
You know I didn't mean that.
Once you had the best, boy, you can't do better.
Just come over. What are you doing?
Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. Right.
Once I'm done sewing my lace closure on, then I usually take the first track and I usually sew that on the bottom of the elastic band. The reason why I usually sew that on the bottom of the elastic band is so the elastic band, I usually use that as kind of like an anchor, as if it was another braid. It wouldn't show and it will also wouldn't move. I usually just go back and forth throughout the entire head, back and forth until the entire head is sewn in. I go to the back and then I move to the top of the head until the entire head is sewn in until all 3 bundles are done. Pretty much the way you would do any other sewing, the way you would do a regular sewing, a regular full sewing. You just keep going back and forth. I don't cut my tracks because I don't believe in cutting the tracks, because when you cut the tracks, it when you cut the tracks, it tends to basically makes your hair not last as long as if you not cut the tracks. For example, if your hair usually lasts 2 years, if you cut your tracks, it will probably last a year. So I always recommend for my clients not to cut the tracks. So when I sew virgin hair in, I don't cut the tracks. If they bring store-bought hair, then sometimes I will cut the tracks. Guys, excuse my ashy hands in this video because it is really cold outside, and I have been in water and washing my hands all day, and I don't have time to be putting lotion on all day long and have to wash my hands and take it back off. So yes, I do have some ashy hands in this video, so excuse my little ashy hands. Don't pay that no attention. And yes, I sound like I got a cold, because I kind of do. So don't pay that no attention either.
I've been up 3 days, Adderall and Red Bull. This call is a mistake. There's something strong in this water bottle. I hear you got a new chick, a dancing little Barbie doll. I feel so pathetic, but you still haven't heard it all. That new girl that you like so bad, she's not crazy like me. I bet you like that. I said that new girl that's been in your bed, and when you're in her, I know I'm in your head.
Are you drunk right now?
I'm just saying you could do better. Always turned you out every time we were together.
You know I didn't mean that.
Once you had the best, boy, you can't do better.
Just come over. What are you doing?
Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. Right. I ran into your homeboys. They're all fucking idiots. You're not even my boyfriend, but they're tripping 'cause I'm in the club. Yeah, that's right, I'm dancing, and something cool is in my cup. I'ma send a picture to remind you what you're giving up. Fuck that new girl that you like so bad. She's not crazy like me. I bet you like that. I said fuck that new girl that's been in your bed, and when you're in her, I know I'm in your head. Right. I mean, I'm just saying you could do better. Always turned you out every time we were together. ran into your homeboys. They're all fucking idiots. You're not even my boyfriend, but they're tripping cause I'm in the club. Yeah, that's right, I'm dancing, and something cool is in my cup. I'ma send a picture to remind you what you're giving up. Fuck that new girl that you like so bad. She's not crazy like me. I bet you like that. I said fuck that new girl that's been in your bed. And when you're in her, I know I'm in your head. I mean, I'm just saying you could do better. Always turned you out every time we were together. But you have the best, boy, you can't do better. Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. You can't do better.
I'm out right now. Just been drinking. Jack. What are you doing? I miss you. You wanna come over? How are you in? Are you alone?
I've been up 3 days, Adderall and Red Bull. This call is a mistake. There's something strong in this water bottle. I hear you got a new chick, a dancing little Barbie doll. I feel so pathetic, but you still haven't heard it all. That new girl that you like so bad, she's not crazy like me. I bet you like that. I said that new girl that's been in your bed, and when you're in her, I know I'm in your head.
Are you drunk right now?
I'm just saying you could do better. Always turned you out every time we were together.
You know I didn't mean that.
Once you had the best, boy, you can't do better.
Just come over. What are you doing?
Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. Right. I ran into your homeboys. They're all fucking idiots. You're not even my boyfriend, but they're tripping cause I'm in the club. Yeah, that's right, I'm dancing, and something cool is in my cup. I'ma send a picture to remind you what you're giving up. Fuck that new girl that you like so bad. She's not crazy like me. I bet you like that. I said fuck that new girl that's been in your bed. And when you're in her, I know I'm in your head. I mean, I'm just saying you could do better. Always turned you out every time we were together. Once you have I've been up 3 days, Adderall and Red Bull. This call is a mistake. There's something strong in this water bottle. I hear you got a new chick, a dancing little Barbie doll. I feel so pathetic, but you still haven't heard it all. That new girl that you like so bad, she's not crazy like me. I bet you like that. I said that new girl that's been in your bed, and when you're in her, I know I'm in your head.
Are you drunk right now?
I'm just saying you could do better. Always turned you out every time we were together.
You know I didn't mean that.
Once you had the best, boy, you can't do better.
Just come over. What are you doing?
Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. Right. I ran into your homeboys. They're all fucking idiots. You're not even my boyfriend, but they're tripping 'cause I'm in the club. Yeah, that's right, I'm dancing, and something cool is in my cup. I'ma send a picture to remind you what you're giving up. Fuck that new girl that you like so bad. She's not crazy like me. I bet you like that. I said fuck that new girl that's been in your bed, and when you're in her, I know I'm in your head. Right. I mean, I'm just saying you could do better. Always turned you out every time we were together. Once you have the best, boy, you can't do better. Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. Baby, I'm the best, so you can't do better. No, you can't do better.
Once I'm done sewing in the entire head, I like to, when I have fresh curly Brazilian hair, I like to wet it down with just water. The reason why I like to use just water because the hair is usually fresh. If it was like old hair or whatever, then I would use leave-in conditioner or curl, any kind of curling cream or anything. But when it's fresh hair, brand new hair, I like to just wet it down with water. So I usually just wet it with water to get it to loosen up a little bit and make it look a little more natural. Once that is done, I comb it out, make sure the part is straight. If I have to pluck it a little bit, pluck my part a little bit, I will pluck my part. Just to make sure it looks natural. I don't pluck my part too much because I don't like big parts. I hate to see people with lace closures and lace frontal and they part looks so big that you can tell it's fake. So I don't pluck my part a whole lot. I just do a little bit of plucking to the part, and then I usually add a little bit of concealer to it just to make it look as natural as possible. I usually add a little bit of concealer, just enough to matches the client's complexion. Once the concealer is added and it's blended in, then the style is pretty much done. I hope you guys like my video. Please give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. This is one of my newest video. I've had my YouTube channel for quite some time, but I haven't been posting, and I decided that I'm gonna start posting videos, new videos to YouTube, and use my channel. So You guys give me your feedback. Let me know what you think about my video and what you think that I can do to improve. Um, Thank you for watching. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Hourglass Hair Hustler. That's HOURGLASSHAIRHUSTLER. That's Hourglass Hair Hustler.